In the last part, we saw that Yu was talking with his teacher. The old man was saying, "My child, there is always someone better than you, and there will always be a world that lies beyond our own." Who said that? The world is only as big as the map. The next day, he received more news. Meng Fang had been sentenced by the council and had been released into exile to Qinghai. By now, she would have been probably reached Chu Pass. One day later, there was a messenger from Cheng Huang charging into the residence of UNU in Xiangyang. That soldier's face looked dry from the dust that had continuously battered his skin for a few days, and his lips had cracked. Dusting his cap, one could see that it was filled with dust. Everyone's face did not appear to be joyous, and Chu Qiao suddenly understood something as she quietly disappeared from the sense. After 1 hour, Yu seems to be leaving. Chu Qiao followed him all the way until the main gate leading out from the north gates. The weather was rather cold, as Chu Qiao donned a thick blue cap. A round of white fur wrapped around her neat face that was free from makeup. In this simplicity, she exuded a plain sense of beauty. As they reached the pavilion that indicated that they were 5 kilometers away from the city already, Yuji and the other guards moved aside to give them some alone time. Yu quietly dismounted his horse, as Chu Qiao obediently followed behind him. Around the pavilion there was a huge patch of weeds, and the paint from the pillar of the structure had staged to pale. It seemed like the entire scene was overwhelmingly desolate. "I am going." You turned around and quietly looked at her. "Oh, be careful on your way." Chu Qiao nodded. You lightly frowned. This had seemed to become some kind of repetition, as their reunion as always seems to be full of excitement. Yet, they distanced themselves the longer they stayed with each other. It was as though eventually they did not even know how to interact with each other, could only exchange some trivial greetings. "After I leave, where will you head to?" "Me? Perhaps I will head to the Liang Empire first. After that?" "After that," Chu Qiao frowned and sank into contemplation. She chuckled. "I don't know either. Perhaps I will walk around and travel, enjoy the food all over the world, marvel at the scenery, drift around. Who knows?" With a breeze sweeping past, there was a crisp stream. The dude looked up at the same time, only to see that there was a bell hanging at the dilapidated pavilion. Even though the color had faded from the weathering, the sound was still crisp and clear, sounding off each time the wind blew past. "Will you head to Yanbei?" With a silent smile, Chu Qiao replied, "I lived there for many years. What scenery there is! I have seen enough. In the first place, my health is not exactly good, and I could not stand the coldness in the north. Perhaps I will not be able to head to Chenghuang city at this rate." You nodded. as though he understood something. With his emotions a little numb, words that had been stuck in his heart were ultimately still suppressed within his mind. Those days of happiness were ultimately a mere mirage. After time had passed, the dream would be destined to shatter. Things must take place with the right people at the right time. Yet, even standing here was them trying to bend fate to their whims. Many things in life were already predetermined, and like the fine sand that one grabs at the beach, the harder one wishes to hold on to something, the quicker it slips from one's fingers. As he lifted his foot up, ready to head out, his face was cold and seemed arrogant as usual. In the same old fashion, he seemed as though he did not want to speak a single extra word. You and you, a hurried voice resounded from behind him. Her hand was so small, so cold, yet she pulled on his clothes with all her strength, revealing her innate stubbornness. "Thank you," quietly she whispered. In her voice, one could tell that she was suppressing a sob. As she continued, "I thought that I would never be able to tell that to you personally in this life. Yet, with the blessing from heaven, you are safe and sound." With a light smile on her face, she kept talking. "You and you, I have been tied down by all kinds of bond in my life and have not led an easy life. I have done a lot of things and gone through many ups and downs. Some things I did was right, some were wrong. Yet I never regret anything. I am fully aware of my thoughts and emotions and will never be indebted to anyone. Yet to you alone, I own too much that I can never repay. With your safe return, it would only be right for me to follow behind you and repay you with the rest of my life. Yet I am already not the same person as before. After going through so much, I no longer have the courage to step into this mess. After the battle in Yanbei, the general of Shiuli died. What remained was merely a normal woman who had lost her ambitions and dreams. I no longer have the capability to stand beside you. Thank you so much for staying with me. In the next part, we will see what happened between them. Is you able to understand Chu Qiao or not? Till then, stay with me. Feel free to comment, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to like the video. Thank you.